From skyscrapers to canyons, America's skies have witnessed tragedies that reshaped aviation forever. These disasters tested human resolve, exposed flaws in technology, and transformed air travel safety. Today, we revisit 7 of the most shocking plane crashes in U.S. history, each a story of tragedy, heroism, and lessons learned. On July 28, 1945, a B-25 Mitchell bomber, lost in thick fog over New York City, crashed into the Empire State Building. The impact tore a massive hole in the 79th floor, killing 14 people, including the crew. One engine shot through the building and landed on a nearby rooftop, while the other plummeted down an elevator shaft. Miraculously, the building remained standing, a testament to its engineering. The official cause was pilot error, as the aircraft was flying in poor visibility conditions without proper clearance. This crash shocked the nation and led to stricter regulations for air traffic over densely populated areas. On June 30, 1956, 2 passenger planes, a United Airlines DC-7 and a TWA Super Constellation, collided mid-air over the Grand Canyon. All 128 on board perished in what was then the deadliest commercial aviation disaster in history. The crash occurred because the pilots were relying on outdated air traffic control systems and couldn't see each other in time to avoid a collision. The official cause was the lack of an adequate air traffic control system, which failed to provide proper separation between the aircraft. This tragedy became a turning point for aviation safety, leading to the creation of the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, and the implementation of modern radar systems. On January 13, 1982, Air Florida Flight 90 crashed into the icy Potomac River shortly after takeoff from Washington, D.C. The pilots failed to properly de-ice the plane, causing ice buildup on the wings. The plane struggled to gain altitude and struck a bridge before plunging into the river. Of the 79 on board, only 5 survived, rescued by bystanders and emergency crews in freezing conditions. One hero, Lenny Skutnik, famously swam into the icy waters to save a passenger. The official cause was pilot error, as the crew failed to properly de-ice the plane and misread the engine instrument readings. This crash exposed critical flaws in pilot training and de-icing procedures, leading to sweeping reforms in aviation safety. On July 19, 1989, United Airlines Flight 232 suffered a catastrophic engine failure over Iowa. The explosion severed hydraulic lines, leaving the pilots with almost no control. Through sheer skill and teamwork, the crew managed to steer the plane using only engine thrust. Despite a fiery crash landing in Sioux City, 184 of the 296 on board survived. The official cause was a fatigue crack in the engine's fan disc, which caused the engine to disintegrate and sever hydraulic lines. This disaster highlighted the importance of crew resource management, revolutionizing how pilots are trained to handle emergencies. On October 25, 1999, a Learjet carrying professional golfer Payne Stewart and 5 others took off from Orlando, Florida, bound for Dallas. Just minutes into the flight, something went terribly wrong. The plane climbed to 39,000 feet, but the cabin failed to pressurize. Within minutes, everyone on board, including Stewart, his agents, and the crew, succumbed to hypoxia or oxygen deprivation. The plane continued flying on autopilot, drifting silently across the country for over 4 hours. Fighter jets were scrambled to intercept the ghost plane, but the pilots could see no movement in the cockpit. The Learjet eventually ran out of fuel and crashed in a field in South Dakota. The official cause was a loss of cabin pressure due to an improperly maintained pressurization system. This tragedy led to mandatory cockpit oxygen masks and stricter pressurization checks for all aircraft. On September 16, 2011, the Reno air races turned to tragedy when a highly modified P-51 Mustang, piloted by veteran Jimmy Leeward, lost control and crashed into spectators. Leeward, a seasoned air racer, was competing in the unlimited class when his plane experienced excessive G-forces during a high-speed turn. The official cause was a mechanical failure. The tail trim tab, a critical control surface, detached due to fatigue, causing the plane to pitch violently upward. Leeward, subjected to forces up to 17 Gs, lost consciousness, and the plane veered into the crowd. 11 people, including Leeward, were killed, and over 70 were injured. This disaster led to sweeping safety reforms for air races, including stricter aircraft inspections, reduced speeds, and larger buffer zones between aircraft and spectators. On July 6, 2013, Asiana Airlines Flight 214 approached San Francisco International Airport under clear skies. But the calm weather belied the chaos unfolding in the cockpit. The Boeing 777, piloted by a crew transitioning from Airbus aircraft, was making a visual approach with the airport's glide slope system, a key navigation aid, unavailable. Confusion over the plane's automation led to a critical error. The pilots assumed the autothrottle would maintain speed, but it didn't. The plane slowed to a near stall, clipping a seawall and shearing off its tail. The impact killed 3 passengers and injured over 180. Amid the wreckage, stories of survival and heartbreak emerged. 2 Chinese teenagers, thrown from the plane, miraculously survived, but their classmates did not. As smoke filled the cabin, passengers ignored instructions and grabbed carry-on luggage, delaying evacuation. Tragically, one survivor was run over by a fire truck in the chaos. The crash exposed critical gaps in pilot training for manual flying and automation reliance. In the aftermath, Asiana revamped its training programs, and regulators worldwide emphasized hands-on flying skills. A decade later, memorials at SFO stand as somber reminders of the human cost of progress. Behind every statistic, every regulation, and every innovation in aviation, there are names, faces, and stories. These tragedies remind us that progress often comes at a staggering human cost, a cost paid in lives cut short, families forever changed, and communities left to grieve. Yet from that pain arose a solemn promise: to honor the lost by building a safer future. Every reinforced cockpit door, every improved training protocol, every redundant safety system stands as a testament to their legacy. Today, when we board a plane, we carry with us the memory of those who paved this path. Their lives were not lost in vain. They made the skies safer for us all. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into history's most disputed stories. Stay curious, and we'll see you next time on Disputed Past.